What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and we are back with two of my favorite everyday carry options, hands down, and have been for about 3 years now at the minimum. Glock 27 on my right, chambered in .40 Smith & Wesson, Springfield Armory Hellcat on my left, chambered in 9mm. Now, for these setups right here, on the right is 10+1, on the left is 13+1. Let's take a look. Now, both of these are great firearms. Obviously, this is a build on my right. And the build came in around similar price to what a Hellcat would go for, so about $550 or so on. Now, both are what people consider snappy everyday carry choices, right? A lot of people think the Hellcat is a snappy firearm. The thing about it is the snappiness behind the Hellcat isn't a bad snappiness. Obviously, it's just because it's a small firearm, but it's actually very easy to shoot this thing, very easy to control it, very easy to learn it. Now, at first, I thought it was a little snappy too, but as I started shooting it, I said, you know what, I really like this thing. It's actually a very smooth shooter. Now, I do have a video up of me shooting the Hellcat, the SIG P365X, and the Glock 43X all back-to-back, had basically the same exact groupings. And the Hellcat is much smaller than the Glock 43X, and you can get a 15-round mag for the Hellcat as well that runs flawlessly. Zero issues with this. Awesome front and rear serrations, not too much, but just enough. Optic ready, U-notch rear with a yellow outline, tritium front sight. Has a rail. Glock 27, Glock 26, Glock 33, no rail, even on the Gen 5s. That's a big complaint I hear from people. Awesome memory pads right here. Like I said, to help remember your finger being off the trigger, as well as fighting a little bit of recoil. Pretty ergonomic firearm for how thin it is. It's about 1 inch thick, whereas the Glock 27 is 1.26 inches thick, which you can see right there for sure. But yeah, they're both great firearms. They both have awesome magazine options. You can get the 9-rounders, the 13-rounders, the 15-rounders, the 22-rounders, and so on. There's so many Glock OEM mags for the Glock 27. Also, you can take a conversion barrel, change this to 9mm, so you have a Glock 26. You can change it to a Glock 33, chambered in .357 SIG. Now, out of my subcompact Glocks, I shoot this the third best, I want to say. I shoot the Glock 26 the best, the Glock 39, and then the Glock 27, and then my Glock 33. Not sure why that is. Just ends up being what it is. Now, a lot of people used to like 40 back in the day, but obviously 9mm is where it's at now. 9mm is a little cheaper to run. You have more options out there. It's just more available overall. But 40 you can find everywhere, and they make awesome rounds, all sorts of different rounds out there. The Civil Liberty Defense ammo that is super light but super effective. There's just a bunch of good options out there. What you guys need to remember is, as technology with 9mm improves, so does it in every other caliber as well. Now, compared to something like a Glock 29 chambered in 10mm, the recoil is much less, but it is a different recoil. Compared to a Glock 33 and a .357 SIG, this has more like snap, whereas a Glock 33 has more like pushing back, right? The Hellcat, on the other hand, does have less recoil than the Glock 27, that's for sure. You get more rounds than 9mm, but in my opinion, a Glock 27 is one of those OG firearms that's just been reliable since the dawn of time, right? Since the very beginning times when it came out, it's been reliable, and it has not been known for having issues. Same with the Hellcat, though. The Hellcat has had zero issues for me and has been basically flawless for a lot of other people as well. The trigger on the Hellcat is better than the 27. The ergonomics, I think, are better on the 27 for my hands than the Hellcat. But the Hellcat, you can pocket carry a lot easier than the 27. The 27, you have all these magazine options up to 22 rounds, if that's your thing, for range use and so on. And just a fun fact I like to throw in there, the Hellcat is the only firearm I've had that has ran a drum mag flawlessly the whole entire time I've used it. Not one single issue with a Pro Mag 50-round drum mag out of my Hellcat. So I don't know if that's the firearm or I just got a good drum, but just something I like to throw in there. They're both awesome firearms. They're both around $500 to $550. This just has more features. I'm just going to be honest. If you want features, if you want optic ready, you want better sights right out of the box, you want a rail, the Hellcat is, right up your alley. But if you're like me and you're sort of set in your ways about, the Glock 26 and Glock 27 and 33, 27 is a great option. I carry both these firearms. Honestly, I'm starting to carry the Hellcat a lot more. My Glock 26 and Hellcat are my go-tos again. They're just so concealable, so easy to use. You get more capacity than the 40. Like I said, I love 40 though. this is such an easy firearm to carry all day. I'm just gonna be honest. When you have a fully loaded mag of 40 Smith & Wesson, it does add a little bit noticeable amount of weight to it, to your holster, to your belt, to your pants all day long. But it's still a very easy firearm to conceal, especially with civil liberty defense rounds, a flush mag. You can get away with that summer, in a tank top. Same with the Hellcat. So honestly, it's all about what you like, your preference. You can't let me or anyone else decide that for you. You got to go with what you like. You can always go to the local range and rent them, or ask someone who has one shooting at the range, say, hey, if I give you the ammo for it, can I shoot a couple mags through it? Most likely they'll say yeah to you. But the Hellcat is just a beast. Glock 27 is a beast. Let's do a quick size comparison, then we'll wrap the video up. So there's that size again when it comes to capacity. There's length and width. You can just see the noticeably bigger Glock 27. But like I said, the Glock 27, flawless firearm as well. Honestly, what I say in videos like this, flip a coin. Thanks for watching.